this webinar, we're going to go through the mentorship program that we had around onboarding for Hyperledger. I'm John Carpenter. I run the Denver Meetup group, and I'm also involved in the Hyperledger Onboarding Task Force. And so I've had the pleasure these past 6 months to work with Akanksha as a mentee and really explore the ways that we can increase engagement in the Hyperledger community through some additional enhancements to onboarding and working on the Hyperledger website and really doing some enhancements to get the word out and having new people come into the community. And one of the things I've always liked about Hyperledger is, how open and welcoming the community is and how much we can bring new people into the community that are interested in learning more about Hyperledger or even becoming a contributor like Akanksha is now and becoming really a long-term member of the Hyperledger community. So Akanksha has done a lot of hard work and dedication to the mentorship, and I would like her to kind of go through and talk about her journey. And I think the perfect thing that she's titled her presentation here is a journey, because it has been, and really highlight some of the things that she's done for the community, and also to look at what she's achieved in the menteeship and how she feels about working in the Hyperledger community going forward. So at this point, Akanksha, I'd like to turn it over to you, and why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey as a mentee in 2023.
Um, Thank you so much, John. I hope I'm audible to everyone, and I'm very honored today to present my 6 months journey to all of you. And John had been my mentor along with Peter and Niku throughout my mentorship, and I want to I'll tell this later on, but right now also I want to give gratitude and just appreciate John for supporting me throughout my mentorship journey, because he has been there like in every call with me and has helped me to work upon things, and never, he was even busy, then he scheduled call later on. So it was a, I don't think so without him I would have been able to complete my journey so smoothly, so beautifully. And these 6 months had been so fruitful for me because of him. So thank you, John, for that. And yeah, I'll begin my session now. So uh, a very good morning, good evening. Like we are from whichever time zone you are. Greetings to all of you. Myself, Akanksha Rani. I am an upcoming software engineering intern at Microsoft, and I have been LFX Mentee 2023 at Hyperledger, and I've been in open source since a long time now. So LFX was the first program that gave me exposure in open source, and it let me expand my realm of interest in open source. And it had been a very proud phase of my life that I got in LFX. So now I'll talk about my journey a bit. So yeah. So for in today's session, I'll not only tell about my journey, but I'll also help you out. If you are planning to join Hyperledger under LFX for the upcoming semester. Like it's like the new cohort will be starting soon. So I really hope that after seeing my journey, you all will also be interested in joining Hyperledger community if you are already not there. And I'll try to help you out as well. And if you are watching me and I'll try my best to put up my experiences, which might help you also. So starting my LFX journey. So while I was searching for organization, I came up with Hyperledger, and the main reason was I had a bit of interest in blockchain, and it is a blockchain based organization. So I just wanted to try out the different type of projects in there. So I applied to three projects in Hyperledger. One was Hyperledger documentation, one was Hyperledger onboarding, and one was Hyperledger Pivot. So in these all three projects, I had most contribution in Hyperledger onboarding and documentation. So I had actually worked upon two different projects. Like I tried to maintain the work in between, but my main project was Hyperledger onboarding. And this like the LFX program, like under Hyperledger, has it has helped me to delve in the intricacies of the onboarding system. Like how can I ease the access to different personas who are coming to Hyperledger site. So that has been my part. So this is just the way that I had applied to Hyperledger. Like the way first of all that I applied, and I wrote a cover letter, and in which I laid down my experiences and all. So, while researching upon different organizations in Hyperledger, these were the different projects which are ongoing in Hyperledger, and I was very much interested in the diverse range of projects Hyperledger was providing. I was really very excited to know that I have so many options. So, while searching up for projects, I learned lot about different projects like Aries, Bezu, Roha, Firefly, and all. Then moving forward, so I'll just show you my what were the my like work, what was exactly the work that I did throughout my Hyperledger journey. So basically, just one second, give me one second. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So Hyperledger Onboarding Mentor Mentee Program has been a profound exploration for me. Like this program dedicated to enhance the user experience for newcomers and become a catalyst, and it also became the catalyst for my transformative 6 month mentorship. In this session, I'll delve into the different aspects of the onboarding project and the impactful mentorship I and the lessons that I learned throughout. So, general objective of my project was enhancing the user experience for newcomers and develop a comprehensive onboarding plan with with deliverables. And the core concept of my project was based on onboarding of new people on Hyperledger. So my major contribution was to to craft a detailed onboarding project plan and implement them. For like I also had the privilege to work with Ben throughout my journey in the user experience part, because he was the main person who was working on the new Hyperledger interface. So he also assigned some tasks to me, and he was the one that told us that we all need all this stuff. We all need all these deliverables from you. Like if you can help us out there. So following on that, John had helped me to understand the problem statement, exactly what I exactly had to do. So then the first thing that we did in our project was we made a spreadsheet. I'll show you the spreadsheet as well. So this was the basically my project spreadsheet in which I mainly worked upon. So I had researched a lot for this, like for creating this sheet. In this sheet, basically we have two different sections. One is for start here guide page for Hyperledger, and one is for the YouTube videos. So what my work exactly was throughout that I had to research upon the latest and most popular YouTube videos, which are relevant for the new users. Like for if someone comes at Hyperledger and he like if he wants to learn more about Hyperledger, then what are the different ideas, tutorials, YouTube videos, and different useful stuff that and resources that the user can go through. So I had created this research spreadsheet in there, in which like if you can see the red mark. So John had helped me out along with Niku to filter out all the irrelevant videos and irrelevant or even old videos which are not relevant to put in on the site right now. I had created the sheet, and so they helped me down, and this list was finally prepared, in which we had the latest videos in past like 1 year, which helped us to understand that what exactly is required in there. So I'll just show you one more, just one second. Yeah. So if you see the Hyperledger, if you just go to the Hyperledger site, so we have a start here guide in there, right? So this is the main page where, a person who comes to Hyperledger site, he went upon. So if you can see, there are different sections in there. But if, as I am a beginner and I don't know anything about Hyperledger, if I come in there, so in today's world, videos are the main attraction for anyone. Like someone does not have time to read a lot, so he or she goes to a video tutorial or stuff. So this idea was uh, proposed by Arun. And first, Arun told me that if you can do that, then John guided me to that. Yeah, you can prepare a video grid for all these stuff. So if you can see, so this community video section, so I had integrated this section under the guidance of Arun, who is the GitHub maintainer of the Hyperledger community. Like he's the member of TOC, and he's also maintains the uh, all the GitHub repositories and all. So along with Rai was also there, who helped me out in setting up my maintainer account in GitHub and all. So along with them, I worked upon integrating on the recent and the most popular videos of Hyperledger community, so that if a beginner comes in there, it is easier for him or her to know about Hyperledger in the easiest way possible. So this was the first part that I did upon the research work and integration part. So for this, the I had learned different languages. Like Markdown language was usually not what I coded in. It was not very uh, not very easy for me at earlier. But once Arun told me that yeah, it is not that difficult, so I learned this tech stack. Like it was new for me, but because it was a mentorship project, so this was a new skill that I gained through my Hyperledger journey. That how can you integrate sites using Markdown language? So now moving back to my spreadsheet. So yeah, so this was the first part that I worked upon. Now moving forward, as I said that the in this journey, it was a significant facet for to involve GitHub contributions under the guidance of Arun. So I did not learn only the non-technical stuff, but even technical stuff at the same ratio. So it was very I was very glad to be a part of this project. Now, moving forward to the second part that I worked upon, it was Hyperledger. I had to create research upon, and for this I had researched a lot, because there were almost 500 plus resources, which were there on the Hyperledger sites, but there was no filter in there that which are relevant stuff, which are non-relevant stuff, and we I basically had to sort out all the relevant stuff for three particular personas, which were Hyperledger for the business users who would be coming at Hyperledger site, for the enterprise users, and lastly for the uh, contributor and maintainer users. So these were the three personas in which we divided the people upon. That if someone from all these three personas comes in Hyperledger, then what are the significant resources that is relevant, that is available for them. So after researching a lot and lot, I narrowed down my resources link to these, if you can see on screen. So in this we had a lot of links in there. So my mentors John and Niku helped me out there. So they had helped me out to sort out all the irrelevant resources, like which are not relevant for this particular persona. We removed them from there, and then we created top 10 resource links uh, for the people who are coming first at the Hyperledger site from these three personas. Because if someone is new, he or she does not know exactly where to go in there. So to ease the access and to make comfortable the onboarding process of new users, this was also the work that I did. So these were the two aspects that I majorly worked upon. And in this things, I did not only learn about GitHub about technical stuff or the research work. But other than that, also like John introduced me to Google Analytics. So I read about it. I was so excited after knowing that, we have these stuff in there, and it is so useful for the different big organizations, how useful Google Analytics is. So because of this mentorship, I did not only learn what exactly is there in the project, but other than that also I got a lot of technical experiences. Now moving forward, so I hope you understood what exactly my journey was like, to in all these 3 months. Now I'll just show you some of the things that I uh, uh, this is the basic thing. This is a basic layout of my 6 months journey. So first I was assigned my mentor, and I networked with them. I made a very good bond with my mentors. Then I did a 6 month internship. Then we had regular weekly calls with him. He was always there in the call, and if by chance if we missed the call, then my mentors usually rescheduled it. Especially John had been a big support in there. Now, talking about the networking and global community, I had met a lot of new people. I had met a lot of new people in there, while new people in the sense like the other LFX mentees from other projects. I met them, and I was also responsible for hosting one of the major Hyperledger sessions, which was Hyperledger Mentor Mentee Bonding session, in which all the mentees of 2023 cohort under Hyperledger were invited, and we were in there, and I organized the sessions with games and uh, sharing experiences, and all these interactive stuff was there. And Min was the person who proposed this to me and John and my other mentors. They were there, and we were very excited to do that. So under the guidance of Niku, John, and Peter, I organized this session in which we had games, in which we had one-to-one interactions with each other, and we got to know about the different projects that every mentee is working upon. There were not many mentors in there, but yeah, Bobby was there in the session. She also joined. So all we had interaction with mentors as well. So I was also responsible uh, for organizing this. Now moving forward to some more stuff. So basically, other than this, also there were a lot of things that I worked upon, and if I start taking the count, it will not stop, because the learnings that I got they were very I cannot explain that what exactly were the things that I learned through, because it includes like boosting up my confidence, and it includes the different learning stuff that I did, and teamwork, and there are a lot of aspects other than technical or non-technical which I learned throughout my journey. So now uh, showing you some of the glimpses of my work. So these are some of my PRs that were merged by Arun, because I was responsible for making them. I've also share all these resources links. It will be shared by David to all of you after the sessions also. So I also was responsible for making a start here guide redesign, even though it is not implemented yet, because the new but it will soon be implemented, because I am still contributing to Hyperledger. So I was also responsible for making this design, if you can see there. So the start here guide page that you just saw earlier, so this is the new redesign of that. So this includes the research work that I did. So in this start here guide, this we will have one section for the different personas, in which if the person clicks on there, and he is from any one persona, like he is from a business personas, like if you assume, then he can click upon the things, then he can just click upon one resource, and he will be guided throughout the source link. So this redesign part also I worked upon. So this was also one of the things that was very useful for me throughout my journey. Now, other than that, also, I was very lucky that I also had an in-person experience of Hyperledger. So I'll just show you. So if you can see the photo below, so I am from India. So there was this offline session which was organized by the Hyperledger India chapter. So I was very fortunate here to work with Vikram, who is the co-chair of Hyperledger India chapter, and we had a very big event, Hyperledger Innovate, in there in this session. And it was a whole day session, and it was very grand. And we had the we also had just one second, yeah. So if you can see him here, I'll just enlarge the image once. Yeah, perfect. Uh, So if you can see the person in here, so he is basically Hyperledger Foundation's Vice President for Asia Pacific, Julian Gordon. So I was very fortunate enough to meet him in person and talk to him and understand the Hyperledger environment from his perspective, because he has been the one of the leads of Hyperledger community. So I got to know and learn a lot from him as well. And usually in open source we do not get opportunity to see other people, but in this opportunity I was very lucky to meet him. So this was also one of the things that I learned throughout my journey. And yeah, so if I talk about the things that I learned throughout, so if I put them in simple words, so the main things that gained from the Hyperledger journey was the technical part, the languages, that the technical stuff, the GitHub stuff, that was very useful for me, because in future I will do more GitHub contribution because of that. Then I also apart from the technical skills growth, my excitement to learn more about technologies grew. So that was also one part that I learned throughout. And talking about the different career aspects in future, and if you ask me about the different things I would like to do with Hyperledger in future, would be like I would try to extend my project, and I work upon this project more and more. I do not want to stop my contributions in there, because Hyperledger is a beautiful community and I want to be part of it. And other than that, also, if I conclude my Hyperledger journey, I would just say that, Hyperledger has been an immersive journey, and this project, Hyperledger Onboarding Mentor Mentee Program, has been a very immersive journey filled with accomplishments, lessons, and exciting opportunities. So the impact on the larger Hyperledger community is tangible, with improved user experience and enhanced collaboration as well. And I really look forward to more experiences and the relationships that I formed, like with my mentors, with other mentees, and the which they were definitely one of the beautiful things that I got from Hyperledger. And the technical skills honed is there already. So undoubtedly, this did not only shape my personal growth, but also contributed to the continuous evolution of the Hyperledger ecosystem. And this journey continues, like it is fueled with passion for innovation. And I really want that I keep my commitment to be part of this community throughout. And I lead more to the community building part. And yeah, that's all from me. Like this is the most brief way that I can summarize my learnings into. And if you can see on the screen, so now can we have the uh, like John, can we have the ask like question and answer session now?
Yeah, absolutely, Akshat. And that's a wonderful presentation. Very nice presentation materials that I think really showed all of the things that you worked on in the mentorship program. And really, you can see it's a rich experience that anyone who becomes a mentee for Hyperledger really gets a broad exposure to a lot of different aspects, whether that's in coding, whether that's in working with the community, whether that's in developing things that are used in the real world. All those things Ankasha did a great job on, and you can really see the fruits of her effort here. So one of the things I think is always good, and Ankasha did a great presentation that she talked about earlier in her review here, was bringing the mentees together and talking about, what the mentee and mentorship program is all about. And I think that, anyone who's joined the call here, and I saw in the chat that there are people that are interested in joining the next Hyperledger mentorship program. And so maybe let's just open it up to the group here and ask specific questions for Akanksha about her mentorship program here, and gain insights as to what made the mentorship successful for you, how they can get involved in the community even before the new mentorship starts, and then how they can then apply to be a mentee once the mentorship opens up for the 2024 applications. So let's go ahead and open up the floor, and if somebody either wants to raise their hand or come off mute and ask the question, that'd be great. And if you're wanting to post it in the chat, then I can also engage with Akanksha here and ask her the question. Okay, so Dave's asking the question about when is the application going to open? And so Dave, I'm going to expect that's going to be in a few months here. Generally, we have where the mentorship program is in the latter half of the year and it runs for several months. So I don't know, David, if you can know exactly when the next 2024 mentorship program would start, and if so, maybe you can just let the group know here. Otherwise,
I don't have the. Sorry,
Go
Jim,
ahead,
or John. Sorry, John. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I don't know the exact program dates for 2024, but here I'll drop the program dates for 2023. They're going to be very similar. So if you look here on the wiki, the Hyperledger wiki, at the 2023 program dates, you can see that generally speaking, in February, that people who want to be mentors can apply for becoming mentors, and then putting proposals together for what they want, what projects they want, and then there's a process where those are selected by the Hyperledger Technical Oversight Committee, and then mentees can apply to those projects, soon after. So in 2023, the mentor process opened in February. So if you want to be a mentor, that's coming up soon. And then the mentees applying to that happened in mid-March, or excuse me, April. So just those are going to be roughly the dates this year.
Perfect. Yeah, thanks, David. That's super helpful, and I think that answers the question. Another question, it looks like that came in from Dave, and Akanksha, I'll let you kind of respond to this one, is how do you prepare prior to the program to be a successful mentee? So maybe talk about your experience and what you would recommend for other people interested in becoming a mentee.
Yeah, sure. So, I think so. Who asked this question? I'll just take once. Mm.
Dave asked the question.
Okay, Dave. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, Dave. So, before Hyperledger onboarding project started, like the project I worked upon, we had prior calls, like almost for 1 month or 50, it was around 20 to 25 days before the main uh, program started, we already had these calls ongoing in there. So while researching upon Hyperledger and LFX, I got to know there is a calendar, Hyperledger calendar in there, which is open for all. Anyone can join the calls. So that's the place where I actually reached out to one of the mentors, who is Niku. He was also one of my mentor along with John. So he had posted something like, LFX applications are open. So I just reached out to him that I am really interested toward Hyperledger onboarding project, and I even reached out to John that, yeah, I am very interested toward it. So how can he contribute in there beforehand, before the final application starts off? So as already John had shared the link to the Hyperledger calendar, if you go in there, so for this year also they will have these call scheduled already for each project. So the project that interests you, you can join in calls in there before applying to Hyperledger, because if you have prior contribution, that definitely helps you to get in a project, because you already know about that what exactly are the things that you need to work upon after you get selected. So it is very easier for even the application reviewer to see that, yeah, you already have some experience in this project, and it will be very easier for them to choose you. And it will very like it's the best way you can prepare out that if you choose a tech stack that you're comfortable with, go to the projects which are based in that tech stack, and then after that you can join the calls, and then you can make a bond with the mentors, and make them feel that why exactly you deserve to be a candidate, and that you can even reflect in the proposal. The proposal that I submitted had all these things that I had the potential of doing, and that exactly impacts your application if you have prior contribution in there. Yeah. So I just hope that asked Dave's question. Yeah, there is one more question out there, I guess. What's a job opportunity in the US after completing this program? So, John, would you like to take that question?
Sure. So Dave, my question to you is, are you located in the United States or are you located in India, or what country are you in? Let's see here. Dave's in the US. Okay, yeah. So Dave, there is a wonderful set of opportunity for anyone who's engaged in the Hyperledger community. And there are a vast number of companies who have implemented Hyperledger solutions. It's the primary blockchain in use by large enterprises. And so once you've gained the skill sets associated with being a contributor in the Hyperledger community, you can work for a variety of companies. These are all big companies that you've heard of. IBM, Oracle are members of the Hyperledger community, and definitely deploy that. Another big consulting firm is Accenture, and Accenture does a lot of work with the Hyperledger projects with their customer base as well. So really, I think there's a wealth of opportunity. One thing I would recommend to you is just decide on what type of engagement that you would like to have as far as a job going forward. There's a lot of things around identity management that might be of interest to you, supply chain, and really it's a function of looking at, what type of industry do you want to be involved in, and what type of tech stack are you interested in being involved with. So plenty of opportunity, and it's just something that you should have a passion about. And maybe Dave, I can ask you a question of, what's your passion, what background do you have, and what type of opportunities are you looking for going forward? And he may, be off mute, and if you need to come off mute and talk, Dave, that's fine as well. But he may not be able to do that this time. Okay, let's see if we have any other questions from anyone. And if you want, just come off mute or raise your hand and ask them of Akanksha or myself about the mentorship program. Let's take a look here. Yeah, and Dave's saying he doesn't have a mic. No, no problem, Dave. I'm just trying to make sure that we address everyone's question thoroughly, and that we answer what you need. And blockchain technologies, yeah, just like I explained, there's a lot of different roles and responsibilities in the blockchain industry. And really what you'll find is the Hyperledger community is very open and welcoming. And then once you're engaged with the community, there's really a lot of fellowship that allows people to, connect and share leads. And, when a company is looking for new developers, they're going to tap into the community because they know that those community members are familiar with the platform and maybe have developed as part of a maintainer philosophy, part of the Hyperledger infrastructure. And one of the things I would suggest also is there's a Discord channel for Hyperledger, which is a great way to really, see all the different projects that Hyperledger has to offer and engage with the members of the community directly via Discord chat. So I don't know, Dave, can you put the Discord channel into David Boswell into the chat for everyone to take a look at?
Sure.
Okay, other questions that we have from the community about the mentorship. One thing I will say, it's a very long and detailed commitment, and Akanksha really did a great job of always being there for the meetings when we had them on a weekly basis and running through and doing a lot of great work in the interim between meetings. So really, I think, anyone who's interested in becoming a mentee really has to give a level of commitment. And I think, Akanksha shared all about that on her presentation, but that's core and what we expect from the community. And Akanksha, maybe you can talk a little bit about go forward, what your plans are in the community, so that people can see that it's a way for them to not only just initially engage with the community, but become a long-term participant in the community. And you're on mute currently, Akanksha.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So, yeah, talking about myself, that, since I already had such a beautiful experience in Hyperledger, and like I'll also give my gratitude to people that have helped me, including you. But the insights and the lessons which helped my not only which had my not only the technical growth, but also the personality traits that I've got because of working with an international organization. Because in India, it is like not every person is has the chance to work upon people internationally. So I got this opportunity with Hyperledger to work upon people in different time zones. Like, so the things that I learned through, definitely it triggers the commitment in me more that I should be part of the Hyperledger community. And talking about the next step for the project, so I really look forward to continuous enhancement of and integrating more technologies, emerging technologies to the project. So Arun, like, who's one of the TOC members, he asked me for a redesign of the start here guide. So I am also working upon that, and I plan to help him out, enhance the basic user experience of the start here guide. Even though that was not exactly the part of my project, but I really love to contribute in there. So I would like to work upon that, and I'm also working upon that more. And other than that also, I might try to apply as a mentor in there for the next cohort, like Niku had did, because one of my mentors had recommended me that since you're working on the project, so I'll try that I apply to a mentor. So these are the future things that I really look forward to. And yeah, definitely the last thing would be community engagement. So I would definitely keep my contacts with such great people like John, Niku, Peter, Min, and David, Emily, Bobby, and I've got a lot of people who are so experienced in technologies. I've got connections with them. So I'll definitely keep my community growing in Hyperledger along with them. And I really look forward to encourage people more. Like, if all of you have joined in the call today because you are interested towards Hyperledger, right? So I'm planning to work upon a chapter in my university itself, because many students had asked me like, how did you get this internship, like mentorship and all. So I'm planning to extend the Hyperledger chapter in my university. That is also a thing that I plan to do in future.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, that's wonderful, Akanksha. I'm glad to hear that. And it's kind of one of those things where there's organic growth of the community. And I think, really having a university chapter that you're setting up helps that organic growth for sure. Looks like Dave had another question for us here about selected for the program that they need to have project proposals. And so, Dave, I can talk a little bit about that process. So basically what we have to do is we, as mentors, have to submit a mentorship proposal to Hyperledger and the Hyperledger Foundation for approval. And that'll detail exactly what will be covered in the mentorship and what will be the goals and outcomes from the mentorship and what we're looking to do. And then once that's approved by a Hyperledger Foundation, then we'll open it up to the community and the public at large to apply for the mentorship, which is what Akanksha did. And what was great about Akanksha was she was also active in getting engaged in the community prior to becoming a mentee. And we had a number of calls around the onboarding task force, and Akanksha joined those calls and really was an active participant and really showed her level of commitment to the community in advance. So I think that that really was what, helped her to become a successful applicant and really made for a good project outcome. Any other further questions on that, Dave? Feel free to post them in the chat. I know we don't have the mic working right now. And then Byron says he's interested in doing a project in Atlanta. So Byron, that sounds great. And I don't know, Dave, do we have an active meetup group in Atlanta? And if you're not involved in that, Byron, I would suggest joining the Atlanta meetup group and getting connected with, people in your local community.
I did just drop a link to the Atlanta group. There is one there. It's not currently active, but if there's interest in restarting it here, you can reach out to us at meetup at hyperledger.org, and I'm happy to support you with restarting that.
I'll be the one to start it. Let's go.
Great. Yeah. Reach out. Happy to help. I mean, it's there and
All right,
existing. A lot of groups went inactive during the pandemic. Obviously, we weren't meeting in person. That kind of shut some groups down, but I think now's a good time to look at restarting things. So
some fresh blood. That's okay. We'll get it
great.
going
Yeah.
in 24.
Yeah, reach out if you want. I'm happy to help.
Is there an email there? Oh, you put it there. Okay.
Yeah. Meet up at hyperledger.org.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's great, Byron, and I'm really glad that you joined this session, and I'm really excited to hear that you're interested in, getting the Atlanta group restarted for meetups. And if there's anything that I can do to, collaborate with you or help you out there, I'm over in Denver, running the Denver meetup group. Just reach out to me, and I'm glad to help you out as well. I'll put my email in this as well if you want to reach out to me.
Thank you. Denver's a top 3 city.
Atlanta's a wonderful city too. So just let's definitely connect and collaborate for sure. Okay, let's look at what else we have here. So the next thing is looks like Vic has a question.
Is it possible to make project on encryption cryptography with Hyperledger Fabric? I guess Ben would, John would give a better answer to that. Like, I don't have idea about Fabric much.
Yeah, that's part and parcel of Hyperledger Fabric is based on encryption and cryptography. So absolutely, and it depends on what type of project you're looking to make, Kieran. And I'm just going based on what I see is versus the initials. So maybe if you want to come off the mic and talk about it, I'll be glad to give you a better description than just saying yes. That's
hi to all. Actually, sorry to it's the office is noisy, but what I would like to say, the key store, public key management, the private key management, the key storage, the key management can we store on the ledger since it is a permission blockchain technology. So that's what my idea. If anyone is already touching the security and Hyperledger Fabric, implementing some security solutions, I'm really interested to know.
Yeah, and I would suggest if you really want to get into the finer details about what you're talking about for Hyperledger Fabric, I would suggest engaging with the Hyperledger Fabric Discord channel and asking a specific question there, and you'll get a quick and timely response, and it'll be right on with what question you want to find out there. So that would be my suggestion to you. I think got a
Sure.
link to the Discord channel in there
Yeah,
where
sure.
you can ask.
I could see the link here. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, then Vic's saying it sounds abstract. I'm not getting all the project is about. Website is back. Do you have papers or a complete example? We're going to follow up with some materials after the presentation wraps up here. So Akanksha has a number of links that we can share with you, as well as the presentation,
Yeah,
and Dave will be
I'll
glad to
just
fit
share
that out there.
yeah, please continue, John. I'll speak up after that.
Yeah, and Dave, David Boswell will share the information with everyone after the meetup wraps up here.
Okay, so
Okay,
for that question, I understand that it might sound abstract to you because you do not have any idea about the project. It happens, like if we listen about some project first, so that's why I had written up a blog. So I have written two different blogs basically, so that people can even engage with LFX. So all these resources would be shared with the people in there after the meeting also. But since you had asked, so I'm also sharing the blog links that I have written. I hope that really help you out to understand my project, and I'll share some of the links right now itself in the group. Please visit all these links so that you get idea about what exactly my project was, because sometimes it happens that we do not understand things verbally, but if we read about them, some it depends on the person, so no issues in that. I'll try my best that I'm able to express my work through either read like the session or either my blog or any stuff.
okay. Anyone else have any questions about either the mentor menteeship program or for Ankasha about her menteeship? Okay, I'm not seeing anything additional in there. Ankasha, I really want to thank you for doing such a great job during 2023 on your menteeship, and really enjoyed working with you. And I look forward to having you be a great contributor going forward in the Hyperledger community. Do you have any final comments you want to offer to the group? And then I think we can go ahead and bring the session to a close.
Okay. Yeah, I really want to thank a lot of people in there, of course, including you. But yeah, there are a lot of people. I have also recently posted on LinkedIn about this because I don't think that any journey can be done without the guidance of people in there. So I'll just take some names of the people and would offer some gratitude for all of them, including you, of course. So first of all, thank you so much, John, for being the constant support throughout. I already said in start, but I would like to say that again for being one of the best mentors that I have ever come through, and your guidance means a lot to me because it did not help me throughout the internship, but after that also, like in my real life when I got selected in Microsoft, which was a very big achievement for me. So I implemented these skills in there. I implemented the confidence I gained from LFX, from Hyperledger in there, and that guidance from you, and it has had helped me in getting the internship in there. Other than that, I would like to thank Peter and Niku for also guiding me throughout my journey for whatever time it was. So, because I know that as mentors, you guys are also very busy in there and you have a whole different level of work in there, but still you took out time and gave me guidance. Thank you so much. Other than that, I would like to thank Bobby, who was the who was my mentor for a documentation project in which I contributed as well, along with Hyperledger onboarding. So she was also a very great mentor and helped me to understand the Hyperledger environment. Now, other than that, I would like to thank some more people, including Arun, who has also helped me throughout. Like, if I had any doubt or anything regarding technical stuff or non-technical stuff, he always replied to me. Then, the India chapter, Hyperledger India chapters, the chairs Vikram Sharma, who is India chapter chair. He also helped me to understand the Hyperledger environment in India now. And Min, my program manager, had also been a very big supporter throughout for supporting me as a manager. She also provided me with the necessary stuff that I required for university. So I really would like to thank her in there. And other than that, David also, that he was also very big support throughout for any stuff in that we had to do. He always coordinated so well and made it smooth for us. And after that, we have Ben. Ben was also there helping me throughout to understand the stuff that we had doubts about. Then my other co-mentees like Arunima, Gianluca, Tripur, there were other people that I worked with who are also helped me throughout. So, other than that, my family and my friends are the people that I would like thank for the support throughout. And yes, so that was all the gratitude I wanted to offer. And I really I'm very lucky and privileged to work with you, John, and other people and learn from your experiences. So, yeah, that's all.
Okay, Aksha, well, thanks for doing that. It looks like Vic asked one more question. Where do you basically start? Vic, I say go to the link for the Hyperledger onboarding program that was put into the chat. And I really appreciate everyone showing up today, and we'll go ahead and bring the session to the close. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Great. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, John. Thank you, David, for coordinating throughout. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
Bye all.
you.